George Johnson got his start rummaging through trash. For 1 pound of paper, he earned 1 penny. And as the years went on, he continued to work hard. With his entrepreneurial spirit and God around his shoulder, George built a company that redefined beauty and made American history.
Conditioner and hairdress standing by. And when there's a problem with itching and flakes, the medicated has got.
He's known as a pioneer, a visionary, and a man who turned $500 into a multi-million-dollar empire. He's 98-year-old George E. Johnson, the man who revolutionized hair care for African Americans with his product line, Afro Sheen.
I feel the Lord was with me from the moment I came in this world, obviously, because He's given me so many blessings.
From the start, George built his company on Christian principles based on one simple rule.
The golden rule is what it says: do unto others as you would have others do unto you. In my view, the golden rule is grounded in love.
Born on June 16, 1927 in Richton, Mississippi, George's life was shaped by faith, sacrifice, and hard work.
I was born in a 3-room shack. My mother brought me to Chicago when I was 2 years old, and that was a blessing to take me out of Mississippi. My mother was fortunate enough to get a job at Michael Reese Hospital, a half a block from where we were living in a rooming house.
His father stayed behind in Mississippi, while George's mother raised him and his older brother in Chicago. Her job provided the essentials. Anything extra was up to George and his brother to earn, sparking the entrepreneurial spirit God was forming in George.
Dug in the garbage cans and pulled out the milk bottles, pulled out the paper. I got a penny for a pound of paper. I wanted to make money to help my mother. She got the biggest share. I kept what I needed to buy candy, go to the movies.
Even as a boy, George carried a deep desire to be close to God. As a child visiting his father in Mississippi, George accepted Christ and was baptized in the Mississippi River, a moment that left a lasting impression.
They dumped me underwater, cold as it was. I had to accept him because he warmed me up from that cold water. I always had that feeling that the Lord's arm was around my shoulder, guiding me.
Determined to have a better life, George left high school in 11th grade and started selling hair care products door to door for S.B. Fuller, a successful Black entrepreneur.
Working for Mr. Fuller was like getting a degree in psychology and business administration.
By his mid-20s, George was working multiple jobs to provide for his wife Joan and their 2 children. One job had him working with a chemist, learning skills that would give him a life-changing opportunity. It came in 1954, when a Chicago barber shared with him a problem. His hair product was burning scalps.
I looked at the product he was using, and it was obvious right away that the product was separated, and it should have been emulsified. So he said, "Can you do it?" I said, "I think I can try."
At just 26 years old, George stepped out in faith to start his business. He took out a $250 loan and was given another $250 to start Johnson Products. His first creation, Ultra Wave Hair Culture, a line of hair straighteners for men.
When I got everything I needed to make a batch of this new formula, I had spent $499. $1 left. Imagine that. I did not know that they would become the icons they were.
By 1966, his new product, Afro Sheen, had become a household name, promoting health and pride among the African American community.
Seeing how other companies are growing their business by advertising on television, that was the strongest medium available, and it was powerful. One of the best ones. 1, 2, Wazuri, use Afro Sheen. Beautiful people use Afro Sheen. We showed Black people at their best and young people at their best. Soulstring took JPC from 12.2 million to 37 million in 5 years.
Johnson Products became the first Black-owned company listed on the American Stock Exchange. George also implemented profit sharing for his employees, something most companies didn't do.
My feeling was that they help me make the money, why shouldn't they share it?
There were challenges, however. As popular style trends shifted in the early 80s, the company faced competition and profit loss. George held on to his faith and pivoted with the help of his son Eric. Then, in 1993, Johnson Products was sold for $67 million. After the passing of his first wife, Joan, George found love again and married Madeline Murphy Rabb in 2022. Through the George E. Johnson Foundation, he is awarded more than 1,000 scholarships, inspiring generations of future entrepreneurs. His remarkable story is told in his memoir, Afro Sheen.
I asked the Lord to give me wisdom, vision, knowledge, and understanding. If you stay close to the Lord, you can do anything you want to do. Get close to the Lord. The Lord favors those who love him.
What an incredible story of success. I mean, determination, but seeking wisdom from God. You know, when you're trying to be a success in business, nobody knows how to do that better than the Creator. So.
Well, for him to say, I felt the Lord's arm around my shoulder, that I felt I had a destiny. I had a hope, I had a future. Here's someone, you saw the pictures. I mean, that shack in Mississippi is about as poor as you can get. And he goes from that. His mother had the initiative, and it shows that, okay, I want a better future for my children. So she goes to Chicago, she gets a job, and she starts to raise them, but they're still poor. And he learns on the streets, you know, that, okay, I can be of use, and I can apply myself, and I can make money. And in that, he started getting more doors of opportunity. Just imagine, you know, the Lord guiding your steps to where you're going to work for a chemist. You're going to learn how to emulsify compounds, and you're going to turn that into something absolutely incredible. But then to have the courage to say, you got $500, and you spend $499 to launch your new business. I mean, talk about a wing and a prayer. Most people wouldn't have the courage to do that.
You know, most people who came up out of that much poverty as well, I think, wouldn't so readily, when they begin to make profit, share it with everybody who's working for them. I mean, clearly, his mom did a great job raising him.
Well, living by the golden rule, again and again, you see a lot of stories of entrepreneurs on this show, because we want to encourage people that God really can do it for you. He gives you the power to get wealth, and it's based on you having the courage to follow his plan. So here's George, and he followed the plan, and he made it very simple. I'm going to live by the golden rule. Do unto others as I would have them do unto me. I want to always bless people, and I want that to be rooted in love. I don't want to just go through the motions. I want to really do it. And you see the results. He shared with his employees. He shared with his customers. And God gave the increase, all because George said, I want to do it God's way.
Absolutely. It's a great story, isn't it? And hats off to him and his family.